Well, we're cooking curry Kapitan, which is a recipe which I picked up in Penang in Malaysia.
Yes.
And ingredients I need for that are shallots, lemongrass, ginger flower, lemon or lime you can use, and balanchon, which is must ingredient if you can't get balanchon, which is a
This is
shrimp
like
paste.
Shrimp paste, yeah?
You can use fish sauce just in case you can't
You can
get
buy it, but that Thai fish sauce, you can get away with that.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. And then palm sugar, which is a must, kaffir lime leaf. Turmeric, we're using powdered turmeric, but we should have used fresh turmeric, James.
Okay.
But we can't get fresh turmeric easily.
Well, you can't get this easily. What?
I'll get a knife for you, James.
Looks like something you buy in a flower shop in a service station. What's this?
Yeah, come on, James.
This is ginger flower.
This is ginger flower. So you've got stem, root, and this is the flower. It has got a unique flavor and taste of its own.
Right.
It works really well. We need a campaign to get this coming to UK.
And this is one of the things that you picked up along your travels, yeah?
Absolutely.
Okay. Right, so we're going to, first of all, we're going to make this
If
paste.
you can make the roundels of onions for me, please,
Okay.
not the
I'll
slices.
chop a few of those as well.
Will you?
We can then start making this paste, because this
Okay.
paste is pretty straightforward, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So we just chop it roughly and put it in the blender. Ginger. I don't need to peel ginger for this because it's a beautiful paste.
Yeah, a bit of garlic, plenty of garlic. So tell us about Malaysian food then. Why Malaysia?
Malaysia was the hub of spice route. Malacca, a place where all the ships would go and dock first before they would actually go deep into Indonesia to get the spices.
Right.
And Chinese were actually trading with Malaysia from 6th century onwards. English and, I would say, European ships went there very late, not until 15th century. And that's when the monopoly from the Arab traders was broken, and Europeans started sailing to Malaysia. And that has kind of brought a new world and a whole load of new spices into Europe. There's a candle nut as well, James, which is...
Candle nut?
Yes, which is like...
macadamia nut.
Macadamia nut, yeah. Turmeric, I would use turmeric root, but we don't have that.
Yeah.
And I'm going to toast the balanchon.
Now, this thing smells like the devil.
Oh, come on, James. It's food.
It does smell like the devil,
that for me, please.
Right, do you want us to throw all this lot in as well?
Yeah, please.
All this?
All of it.
All that?
All of it, chef.
I'm just checking.
All of it, chef.
There you go. That goes straight there. There you go.
And my ginger flower as well. Just that gets chopped.
Chop that out?
Chop that out, yeah. Whole thing. Leave the stem alone. Don't need the stem. That's it, chef.
All right.
That's
just
it. That's it. No more than that.
Right. Toasting that.
And that also goes in. Sorry.
Oh!
Oh, where's James?
That is not good, is that stuff, is it?
It's great stuff. What are you talking about?
Right.
I've been to the factory also, James, and I had no mask on.
Right. I cannot describe the smell of that thing.
We're going to make a perfume for you later, and you can take that home.
Oh. Right.
Shrimp paste perfume. Right. Once it's cooked, actually, it tastes really nice.
Oh, I'm sure it does. Lovely. Right. Lemongrass.
And for everything, chef?
Everything.
Everything in. A little bit of water for me, please. And blend it all together.
Water, blitz. So the only thing that we haven't got is the leaves over here and a bit of that palm sugar there.
The palm sugar, which goes in later.
Okay.
I'll get the wok going, and this pan is here for...
Now, chicken. Chicken. This is the marinade for the chicken.
Yeah. On the skin on the bone.
Yeah.
And add turmeric and salt. Maybe just a dash of oil as well.
Right. So the spice is the same in Malaysia? Do you get that cross sort of reference with spices in Malaysia and
They are pretty much same. The stark biggest difference I saw was Malaysia uses all the fresh spices, whereas the rest of the world, or even I would say India too, uses mainly powdered spices. So there's a unique flavor to each and every Malaysian dish, purely because the fresh spices give very different flavors altogether.
Don't you want to marinate that in the fridge?
Yes, chef.
The idea is supposed to marinate that one in the fridge.
I'm very confused with you today. It must be your
Don't
car
worry,
rally.
nobody noticed. I'll take that one out.
Take that one out.
So how long would we marinate this for, chef?
Normally I would marinate it overnight.
Yeah. Oh, you could do it for 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Yeah.
It's James's work.
Now, in there we've got, this is just turmeric and salt.
Turmeric and salt only.
That's it.
And a little bit of oil.
Okay.
Okay, I think this paste is ready.
Okay.
Thanks for rescuing my chicken.
Could you actually make that beforehand? I suppose you could do and keep that.
Easily. You could make loads of it and freeze it.
Right. Now, you call this a captain's curry.
Yes.
Why's the reference with a captain's curry?
A long time ago, first time when I came on this show, I cooked captain's curry, but that was from the Western ship. It was one of the English ships which was sailing maybe in India or Malaysia or Indonesia, picked up the spices and cooked the curry for the captain, which the captain loved. And since then, it was kind of knighted as captain's curry.
Right.
The Chinese ships used to sail to Malaysia from 6th century onwards, and obviously Chinese don't use curries, but they picked up spices from Malaysia and started using it on the ship. So captain obviously loved it and was called captain's curry.
You need to be on the Discovery Channel, mate, with all this history.
Another plug here.
Right, we've got our onions in there. You want these fried little onion rings, is that right?
Yes, please.
Yeah, OK.
Shallot, sorry.
Shallot rings, there you go. Shallots. They don't take very long.
Shallots.
So the idea of this, what, you cook it until it separates, is that right?
You have to cook the spice paste till the oil separates.
Right.
That's
So
very
just
important.
Put the chicken straight in, you need to make sure that it's separated.
Exactly, otherwise the garlic and the ginger flavour and the raw onion flavour will be too strong. It won't be nice.
Right, I'm frying off these little onion rings here. So what was the most interesting thing that you found out there? I mean, you're talking about the ginger flower. Anything else that you found out in Malaysia?
James, I went and stayed with a tribe in Sarawak region for a few nights. And that was an eye-opening experience. It was very different. It's a different world altogether. They gather all their food from jungle. They use different types of jungle leaves. And the food that they cook is absolutely unique. I learned a chicken recipe which is cooked in bamboo. And they get this leaf from jungle called bungkang leaf. The chicken is marinated in bungkang leaf, stuffed in the bamboo, and then barbecued on open fire. Absolutely delicious. Nothing much in there. It's a little bit of ginger flower and ginger stem. Yeah. And bungkang leaf and salt. That's it.
Bungkang leaf.
Bungkang leaf.
Coming to a supermarket near you. There you go. So anyway, you're cooking that nicely.
Now, cooking that through.
What do you want to do with this? Just cucumber and mint and a little bit of...
Yeah, slightly thicker slices, chef, please. And leaves to be picked nicely, washed, kept on a wet towel. Right.
Is that right for you? Thicker?
They're all going for their own particular rally, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all right. Thicker slices.
Yes, please.
Sliced chilli.
Sliced chilli.
Yeah. Now, the last time you were on, you had what? What's that? 3 restaurants? 4 restaurants? Now, how many you got
I had
now?
2 restaurants that time.
2?
No, 3, sorry.
3, yes. How many you got now?
I got 4 restaurants.
4 restaurants. Tell us about this one.
The 4th one is called Colony.
Yeah.
It's in Marylebone High Street. And the reason I called it Colony because I like to do food from wherever English colonies used to be.
Yeah.
And inspiring food from there. So not necessarily food from the colonial period. Yeah. But from those particular places. So I got food from Malaysia, Asia, India, Sri Lanka, and Caribbean as well.
Where's your coconut milk?
So all the chicken has gone in now.
Yeah.
Coconut milk.
This is tin coconut milk, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
If you try to make fresh coconut milk, you would have to buy a truckload of coconuts in this country. And then maybe 2 will work out of that.
Yeah.
And
that's palm sugar?
That's palm sugar.
Yeah.
And pinch of salt.
And then you cook that for how long?
It'll cook for about good 20 minutes.
Yeah. And then, funnily enough,
let it simmer.
We end up with this now.
Pretty much.
In here, you want a few of these onions, is that right? Just a few of these.
A few of those onions go in.
It's quite unusual putting on the onions at the end of cooking.
The idea of these onions is to get a nice crunch.
Because with a lot of Indian food, you basically caramelise the onions first off.
Normally, Malaysians would do that too, but this particular recipe uses towards the end so that you get a nice crunch off from onions.
OK, there's your cucumber.
Okay.
Ready?
Cucumber.
And do you want some mint in there as well? Into there?
Yes, why not, chef?
In this one?
Yes, please.
OK, there you go. And that's ready for...
Last time I tried to arrange something like that and you were laughing on me, so I've not bothered to change.
There you go. Pop that there. So just plain rice with that?
Plain rice.
Yep.
You can use glutinous rice.
Very simple cooking as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it cooks fast, comes across very well.
It's ready.
Chicken is ready. I am ready, chef.
Here we go. And then we've got the crispy onions.
Get it on top.
Bit of the sauce.
Some of sauce.
Got to have some of that.
Crispy onion, chilies to go on top.
So remind us what that is again?
It's called curry Kapitan from Malaysia.
Told you he was a genius. I tell you what, this smells incredible. That ginger flower, it's just... There you go, have a seat there.
Beautiful. Look at that.
There you go, dive into that.
Absolutely wonderful,
This is chef's grub, isn't it, really? There you go.
Definitely. It's a bit early in the morning for that.
Well, it's never early in the morning for a curry, is it,
I
really?
actually ate at your colony place the other day without realising it was you. Beautiful food, thank you. I'll just take a little bit and
But dive in.
Yeah.
The spices with it, the ginger flower makes all the difference. But like you say, if you didn't have that...
Well, it's an optional ingredient, but use extra ginger then.
Yeah, it smells a little like rose water. Just a tiny, not as strong, yeah.
It has got a little nutty flavour, actually.
Yeah.
Captain, fit for the captain. Very
for
fragrant,
captain.
very nice.
Dive in, guys. And it's not just great with chicken as well. You can do that with fish.
You can do it with fish and lamb as well, easily.
There you
Do
go.
you think the secret to good Indian cuisine is just the pastes and stuff, you know, for the marinades and that?
Cooking them, actually,
Yeah.
rather than just making the paste.
Yeah.
A lot of people would make a mistake of putting it in the oil,
Yeah.
not noting the right temperature of the oil, which is extremely critical. Then saute the paste, cook it till the oil separates from the masala, which is extremely important.
See, a lot of people these days
I
don't
can't wait because I've got curry to cook next. But as usual, we've got some wine to go with this. We sent our wine expert Ollie Smith to Shropshire this week. So what did you choose to go with? ATUL's marvellous Malaysian chicken curry.
I've come to the Mount here in Shrewsbury, where Charles Darwin was born. But it's time to hit the high street and match some tip-top wines to the dishes on today's show. Let's evolve! With ATUL's chicken curry, I'm after a white wine to match the brightness and fragrance of the dish. Now, you might think with the spice in there that you should grab a Gewürztraminer, but to use a Wimbledon analogy, there'll be too much on that serve and it'll be wide of the mark. With ATUL's trademark subtle use of spice, I'm going to deploy a more classic combination and select the vavavoom of a Viognier. And it is Laurent Michel Nord Sud. New balls, please. This wine is made by youthful Laurent Michel in the south of France on the site of an old Roman vineyard. Now, Viognier tends to have characteristics of apricot and peach in its aroma and flavour. And at a time of year like this, where's my hammock? Lovely stuff. There are three areas to consider when you're matching a wine to ATUL's dish. First of all, the brightness and fragrance. That's coming from the ginger, galangal, lemongrass and lime juice. Then you've got the spice, a little bit of heat from the dried chilli and the fresh chilli. For that, you need the right intensity of fruit, just like this. Then you've got the texture. Think about ATUL's use of the coconut milk in this dish, binding all those ingredients together. This wine has been partially fermented in oak barrels, which enriches it to connect with the curry. ATUL, you're not just Captain Curry, you're king of the curries. Cheers!
It certainly is, and it's going down a treat over here. I just love that little bit. Did you see that little bit? Can we see it before? That little process of evolution. Look at that, Ollie. But what it should do is read the other way round. That's Ollie normally when you see him on the right. One bottle of wine there, two bottles of wine, and then the third bottle of wine on the left. I've seen him like that many, many times.
Leave him alone, James.
What do you reckon to this? Great choice, Fiona.
Great choice, great choice.
Yeah.
Obviously, it came after a couple of bottles, I guess, but it came really well.
It's fantastic.
Yeah,
Works
very
well.
nice. Chris?
Guys, happy with that?
I think with the spice and the fragrance from the ginger blossom or the ginger flower with that, perfect, really, really good.
Great ingredient now, if you
Lovely.
can find it.
Yeah.
Right, it's time.